Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here. My name is Chantel and today's video is very exciting. I want to basically complete my whole entire physical TBR that I have here with me on campus in my dorm room, and I want to complete it by May 9th because that's when I graduate with my bachelor's, and I'll be packing up all my stuff and going home and rearranging my bookshelves to somehow fit another 60-ish or so books on my shelves that currently have no more space. So we might have to do a Becca and the Books themed shelve it, or is it shelve it or unhaul it? Something like that. We might have to do one of those videos because I have a lot of books. But I'm hoping that once I read some of these books, if I don't like them, I can just donate them or get rid of them or whatever, give them away somehow. And then I will have more room on my shelves anyway. I'll be fine. So, because if I don't love them, I'm not going to keep them. I am not one of those people that has to hold on to books that they don't love. If I kind of like it, I might hold on to it just so I can give it away. But most of the time, if I don't absolutely love it, I don't keep it if I have read it. Unless it's like a book from my childhood. Like, I don't love all the Nancy Drew novels, but I have my old copies because they're from my childhood. You know what I mean? So, this is called Reading the Rainbow Challenge, and you're thinking, what does that have to do with your books, physical TBR books from your like campus? What's happening? Don't worry, I have color-coded all of my books, and so, like, red spine versus white spine, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go through all these books right now, and at the end of the video, or end of all this, I will pick a book from my little mug that has all my colors. I've already labeled all this. I'll pick one out, say what color it is, and we'll pick a book that has that colored spine, and then I will read it and give a review at the end of this video, and this will be like part 1. So we're gonna go through the whole TBR and then pick a book, read a book, and review it all within one video. The other videos in the series will be shorter because this one is the first one. It's gonna be longer, if that makes sense. So let's get on with the reds. I also have a cold, so if I'm a little sniffly, I apologize. But we have The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman, Riley Sager's The Only One Left, Just for a Summer by Abby Jimenez, and Meet Me in the Margins by Melissa Ferguson. Again, we're going by the spines, not by the front of the covers, because this obviously would be yellow. For oranges, we have Sunburst by Susan May Warren and A Killer Hold by Leah Dobrinska. I only have 2 oranges, which is, they don't make a lot of orange books, you know? My one yellow book is, oh, that was a way to have an entrance, is The Summer of Yes by Courtney Walsh. My next category is green, and we have These Tangled Threads by Tracy Peterson and Judith Miller. This book will not be a priority as it is the 3rd book in a series, and I have other 2 books. Well, I have 1 book physically and 1 in my Kindle, so I have to read those first, obviously. But I do have the next one in the series for this. Then we have The Conjurer's Riddle by Andrea Kramer, Last of August by Brittany Caballero, and Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. I am so excited for this book. I have a feeling it's going to be 5 stars, or I really hope it is. So that's my prediction for that book. I might do 5-star predictions book tag, but maybe not. We'll see. They make so many blue books. I didn't realize that until I was organizing all my books at home and here in like the rainbow color scheme, like theme for shelves, and oh my word, there's so many blue books and so many like dark, either black or purple, but are like really similar looking colors, like like navy, but there's like no orange, no yellow, not that many pink. Like I have one white book and like 2 brown books, and that's it. I was like, wow, they really don't make those color schemes. Like they must be really popular for like fantasy to have either dark blue or black, and that's what I have a lot of. So that was interesting. But for our first blue book, we have Shanty by Tahara Mafi. If I am mispronouncing that, I apologize. We have Kristen Hanna's The Nightingale. Is She Really Going Out With Him by Sophie Cousins. War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. I have read this before, but I definitely need to reread. It's been about 2 years. We have Friends Don't by Leah Dobrinska. Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. James Dashner's The Death Cure. Meet Me in a Mile by Elizabeth Harib. Isn't such a cute cover? I like that. Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Christmas is All Around, which I have started, but we don't talk about that, by Martha Waters. The Simon Bun Bookstore by Laurie Gilmore, which I heard was really hallmarky, so I was interested. And The Mitford Murders by Jessica Fellows. Next up, we have our purple books. We have Blood Leaf by Crystal Smith, Stormfront by Richard Castle, The Off Limits Rule by Sarah Adams. I still have the sticker on this from Target. We have Date with Danger by Janessa Faith, which is such a pretty last name. I've never heard that before, but that's so pretty. We have Winter by Marissa Meyer. We have The Scorched Trials by James Dashner. I need to read this, so I put a bookmark in it. And then we have Sundown by Susan Maywar, and this is the 3rd book in the Sky King Ranch series. The second book is that Sunburst book that's orange. So they have really, really pretty covers too. Like I love the little metallic. You can't really see it anyway. You know what I mean. Next up is Pink, my favorite color, and we have A Fragile Design. This is the 2nd book in that series that I was talking about with the light green cover. Again, I don't have the first book. That's gonna be as a Kindle. I am reading it. I'm like 12% or something. It's going kind of slow, so these might actually be enough because I might not finish the first one. We have Loving a Romeo by Laura Pavlov. I've never read anything about her, and I've never heard anything about her, so hopefully I like her writing. We have Cody Hall's There's Something About Mary, which is a single dad romance, which should be interesting because I don't always love those, so we'll see if I like this one. We have Bride of the Fae Prince. I am part of the way through this, but I had a pause, and it's like 525 pages, so I'm not even halfway through. I think I'm not even on page 200 yet. Then we have Enemies Don't by Leah Dobrinska. Can you tell I really like Leah Dobrinska? And then we have A Match in the Making by Chen Tarano, however you say it, I'm not sure, sorry. And this I actually have the other book in the series, so hopefully I like this one. Otherwise, again, I might have 2 books I can take off. We'll see. For our one white book, we have Crush, I can't talk, sorry. For our one white book, we have Crush by Tracy Wolf. And then for our brown books, we have To Spark a Match by Jen Tarano, which is the 2nd book in that series I was just talking about. And then full disclosure, it was like a skin color, so I wasn't sure where to put this because it has black and this, so I was like, well, put them together and it's kind of brown. And then, but the next category is black, so kind of like flowed into it, you know what I mean? But this is by Dee Henderson. I have read this before, but it was like 10 years ago, so I don't remember anything that happened in it, so we'll see if I still like it. I have a meeting in like 10 minutes, so I need to hurry. But we have Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, both by Mark Twain, and Little Women by I always say that, Louisa May Alcott. We have Stars Above, which I just have one story in here, but I need to read Winter first. Once I read Winter, then I can read this short story, and I'll have two off. How amazing is that? And this is also obviously by Marissa Meyer. We have Crave by Tracy Wolf. I need to read this before I read Covet. So if I pick White, I will be re-picking, basically. We have The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. We have Blood Air by Amelia, almost. Amelie, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. Lenzau. We have Belladonna by Adeline Grace. I love this cover. We have Cursed by Marissa Meyer, which I started, but I only got like 20 pages in and I need to just restart it. We have The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. One by One by Frida McFadden. And then for the gray / I don't know what color to put this in category, we have The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden, which I'm also really excited about. And then we have More Than Meets the Eye by Karen Whitmire. And again, like, it's kind of blue, kind of green, kind of brown. Like, what do I put that in? You know what I mean? I don't know. So I'm gonna pick a book on camera and we'll see what it gets. Okay, also I live in a dormitory, so if you hear people, sorry, I can't do anything about that. But let's pick. Red. Ooh, okay. So I have 4 options, as you saw, but I do know that Just for the Summer is basically like, it's part of a series, and I think technically it's a standalone in the sense of like they can be read out of order, or if you read that one it won't, I don't know, but I'm not gonna pick that one. I'm going to pick Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. So there we go, there's our first pick. I'm so excited. I will get reading and we'll see what happens. Hi, so I'm currently in bed reading and it's just after 10. I've read for about an hour and 10 minutes and I'm on page 105 of the Thursday Murder Club and I like it so far. I do think the beginning was a little slow getting into it, but once I hit like page 40, 50, it started picking up the pace and I started to enjoy the characters more. It's really funny, so I'm glad that it has a lot of humor to it. Otherwise, I don't know, I feel like it'd be a little bit more boring, but it's really funny, very witty, and I will say there's a lot of characters, so sometimes I forget like who is who, but overall I'm enjoying it. So I am this amount of the way through and there's about like 351 pages I think, so I'm not quite a third of the way through already, but almost. So alright, that's my update for tonight. I will let you all know when I read more. Hi, hello. So I am currently up to page 150 in the Thursday Murder Club and I'm liking it. It's very funny. It's kind of in a little slow part right now. I'm just under halfway through, so that's exciting. And then I'm hoping, probably won't do it this vlog, but maybe like next vlog I'll do my reading journal for 2025, like a walkthrough of it and stuff. So I think that'll be really, really fun. And yeah, so I'm hoping to finish this by the end of the week, and that way we can pick a new book, which will be really exciting. So I'll see you when I have another update. Hi, hello. So I just finished the Thursday Murder Club, and it was so good. Everything perfectly wrapped up at the end, and I actually am really happy with the ending. Sometimes when you have a murder mystery, you feel kind of empty. Empty isn't the word I'm looking for, but do you know what I mean? Like, you're kind of like, you almost feel a little let down. But this was very good, and obviously it's a series, so it will continue. But I immediately want to start reading the second book, but no, we're not gonna do that because I need to pick a second book to decide what color and all that stuff. But that's another video. So thank you so much for watching this. If you read the Thursday Murder Club, let me know, or if you have read it, let me know and what you thought about it. And 4.5. I don't know if I gave the rating or not, but 4.5 is my official rating, and I loved it. I actually got a little emotional. There was one part, I literally just flipped to it. That's amazing. From like 265 to 267. If you know, you know. I actually like got a little teary-eyed because, wow. But I also, obviously it was a murder mystery, and it was really funny. But I also really liked how it battled dementia and loss and aging, and what that looks like with different people and different lives, and it showed kind of the contrast between like a young professional just trying to get her foot in the ground, you know, and then the people who are in their 70s and 80s, and they're, you know, they may only have 10-15 years left, so if that. So it was really good. And I don't know about you, but I want to say my favorite character in this book was probably Chris, which is funny. But at the end, I just wanted to hug him because, I don't know, maybe he reminded me of like a fatherly figure, you know. But I was just like, oh, I just want to hug this man. Like, he just deserves happiness, you know. Like, yes, he needs to work on himself, but like, you just want him to be happy, you know. But I also really liked Elizabeth. She was so funny, and I really liked Joyce. Oh my word, she literally has her name on the top of the things, but I forget. Joyce, yeah, those two, they were so funny together, and I can just imagine like the cutest little old granny for Joyce. If they haven't made that into like a movie or a television show, they need to, because it was so good. So yes, that is it for this video. If you want to like, subscribe, comment down below, do all the things, and I will see you for the next installment of Reading the Rainbow. Thanks.